What is up, people of YouTube land? I'm Awesome2464, you are my viewers, and this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It's been a while since I played the game. Last I remember, I believe there was a muffler, well, a scarf or a muffler in the muffler of the car. So now we're trying to figure out where that went, because that might just prove that Lena didn't do it, even though she's so set on being guilty for whatever reason. Anyway, let's get into it. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? You'd be surprised. Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Yep, sounds about right. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. Oh boy. Marshal. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall! I thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the place locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. What is going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You should be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slucker neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? Was her muffler the one in the muffler? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you just gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Oh, yeah. As much as ribs sound so nice right now, I think I'll pass. Thank you. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 9. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Uh-oh, what happened? Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. That's what I'm curious about. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. What the heck is going on with Edgeworth, dude? Excuse me. Knock, knock. Who said that? Who's that? What the? What's with this guy? Strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Who is this guy? Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? What the heck? Ah, it's you. Sure, it's him. Oh. Oh, heh. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see ya, Udgy. How you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Udgy. Busy? Busy schmizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I thought I was trying to say edgy, like Edgeworth. Sorry, but who are you? Ah, ha! So you're Wrighto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Eh? Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Edgeworth. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Chet. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gunn. Damon Gunn. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since we last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's card, no less. Why does it just keep staring at us? It's really quite embarrassing even for us. Oh, what's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Switchblade, eh? Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. To tell you the cry, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Oh my. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Well then. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at this blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is press that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Alright, fine. Is this button he's talking about? Oh, is it broken? Ah, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife attitude.
Did you get laundry done? Started? Dishwasher?
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police? And this knife. Sure thing, not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Not entirely sure if I'm giving him a German or Canadian accent, or a mix of both. I'm not entirely sure. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. What? There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Aji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Oh, yeah, so he's talking about another crime. I thought he was talking about the same one. Order, order, order. Anyway, we were at the department where all are flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Miss Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. Oh, shut up with your science. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I'll try my best. Alright. Give me a quick second, I need to get a drink. That's better. Alright. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Why not? Excuse me. Special? Mm-hmm. Hard to come by in this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Wright, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, is wrapped in something, a muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Is there? Is there anything else we can check out on this knife? Like, what does this tag say? There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure. It reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Yo, didn't we get that code thing? At victim's note, yeah. Is this evidence? Ah, it is. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from the judge? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. It's upside down, I see. What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12-2? That makes so much more sense. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? 221 SL9. Aha! When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on this knife's tag. Alright. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You'll win, right though? I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. What? So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think that there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do this. What's what happened to see? That was a bad day for we weren't in shape to do investigation. Something didn't happen at the police department too, did it? You got a good look in your eyes there, right, oh my boy? Sharp, hungry. Chief, did something happen? And why haven't I heard? Why haven't you heard? Or why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lena's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? The detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. Yeah, that would have been nice to know. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Dudgy? I'm at a loss of words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, right? I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Oh boy. Alright, we know when the victim died. Let's ask how. I don't think I got that. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? That's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife. That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a little harder. 5 of the crime, 5 disease. So is there something else I should ask him? So where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? The parking garage? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room? Did he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to the town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. 2 detectives were killed 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. So I need to prove that, give more proof that it's connected. I supposed to prove? I pretty much examined everything on the knife, so what else is there? Can you just press it? Oh wow, okay. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Wright, though. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife was found in the lot, and the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had written down the numbers on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You're just gonna stare at us, dude? You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, and no. Can we get the information unofficially? Well, sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Would have guessed. I wouldn't have. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Why not? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Sure idea. The division? Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in? Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detectives responsible for homicide cases. Homicide? That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe. Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too. It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives. Except this serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking. Well, sure Detective Gumshoe was next on the list. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? ID number? Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. You kept a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't get too getting your hopes up. The number is... $584-2189. That is... Okay. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. Yes, it tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Yeah, but what does it mean? If... I don't get it. You say the ID number. Oh. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Mr. Wright, though. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with 82. I've forgotten. You even got the first number wrong. The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189. Oh, wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, right though, sharp as a tack. Wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So, what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location? What the heck is going on? I don't... Order! Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they are yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oh, but he ignored him, that's why. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Yeah, but he ignored him and wouldn't listen to his news. Yeah. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Yeah, I bet he feels like a schmuck. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lena Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department's evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Yeah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Oh, he just likes to stare, doesn't he? No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. Well then, what? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. New evidence may only be submitted if it concerns the case on trial. And how is this relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Wow, poor Edgeworth. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. You are becoming a thorn in my side, Worthy. There have been rumors. After all, you were in the defendant's chair just last year. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. We will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will this be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Well then, that was quite an interesting part. Alright, well I guess that does it for that part. And as usual, we get the strange and interesting twist of there being the same murder at the same time, which now that I think about it, in the intro of this case, I do remember seeing something like that. I didn't really understand what it means, but now I think I finally get it. Kind of. Anyway, we'll just have to keep going. Hopefully Edgeworth can actually, well, we probably shouldn't hope that Edgeworth finds something since he's against us technically. But anyway, I'm sure we'll find something out eventually, and hopefully figure out who this real murderer is. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like, comment what you thought, subscribe to my channel for some of my other videos, and remember to stay awesome. See ya!